Adventure is calling, a journey back to a digital nomad lifestyle. I'm Katrina Julia. I am a multi passionate entrepreneur, athlete, traveler, creator, and CEO who helps creators and CEOs who crave creating community and cash create it like a boss. So, I never imagined when I came back to Atlanta after 2 years, almost 2 years of full time travel through 10 countries, three continents, for a total now of 36 countries and five continents, that I would be a digital nomad again, that my soul would be calling to me again to go and travel the world and to truly seek stability within and to submit and surrender to the process. So you may be wondering, why or how did you choose to be a digital nomad again? Where it's a couple things. One, I started to realize even more on how much my soul craves both adventure, the unknown, stability, creating, and community, which obviously can be in conflict or a contrast for a number of reasons. And so a couple of things started to come up while I was in Atlanta last year. One, I realized I had changed, and I realized the community around me had changed, and I was still being really intentional about investing and creating community, whether that was with Atlanta Children's Shelter and events, whether that was with Atlanta Girl Gang, Atlanta Rising Women, and several Buckhead Business Association, and several other organizations and communities, Home Depot Backyard, which likely you guys have heard me talk about on the show and or on my YouTube channel and blog. At the same time, I started to realize there was misalignments or things weren't aligning how I desired, and then also digging deep and transforming as I went. At the same time, I started to recognize, like last November and December, being really open and vulnerable, open, humble, open, and transparent with you, like we say in Transformation Church, being hot, is, you guys, November and December hit me really, really, really hard from an aspect of thinking about the time that things have taken, like in my life, to transform, whether that's been business, community, love, finances, to the constant gray around me as the weather was changing and the cold, and then recognizing that I did not have to choose to have that gray and that winter again. And then also the cost of living and the radical increase in cost of living, not only in Atlanta, but across the United States. And I started to find other platforms like Hello Landing, which I dropped the link in my 75 plus tips, tools, and tech, that you can find out more about their flex program and or their flex rent program with 300 plus cities, hashtag not sponsored yet, all around the United States. It's like Airbnb for apartments. And then I started to recognize also, cost of living with the path to the desire to focus on finances and the desire to focus on being a better, wiser steward of finances and of financial freedom, and being on that path to be financially free. So all this was swimming in my brain and leading to the decision of, you know what, I don't have to have a winter again here in Atlanta. And then also recognizing how being in sunshine and being, in an eternal summer, how it affects my productivity 10x. And then speaking of cost, how being a digital nomad can be a lot less expensive. I talked about on the blog and on the show and on my YouTube channel and on that other video that I mentioned before, that not just with free travel or sponsored travel, but by staying, say, in Airbnbs for a month, or even overall, like when you compare to the US, in a lot of cities right now, it's cheaper to have adventure and to travel. So I was thinking about all that. And then along those lines, back to the productivity, I was thinking about and imagining, okay, Yes, I can be more disciplined here and force, but what if it's more joyful? What if it's more aligned? And you guys, this first month in Playa del Carmen, my productivity has gone through the roof. And it's not just, it's everything. It's from waking up between 5 and 7 a.m., it's taking the aligned action, it's filming over 150 videos, both short form, like reels and shorts, and long form, like this. It's completing a 30-day challenge that I did across YouTube, across the blog, across the show, across social media. It's over $3 million in proposals that are in process. Now, yes, certain things in finances or different things haven't fully shifted yet, but the aligned prayers and EFT and meditations with the aligned actions are radically different than what they were, say, a month ago or 2 months ago in Atlanta. Even in June and July, you guys, being in Atlanta and helping, my friend Silvana out, and it being summer, I still felt misaligned, or my soul still felt, in despair, so to speak. And it was, it could be a combination of things: misalignment, warfare, transformation, growth, woman hormones. Like, I'm aware of all of that, but all that was factoring into me deciding to be a digital nomad again. And definitely check out some of my videos about, Playa del Carmen, communities I've connected with, and day 28 of my 30-day challenge, and continued shifts that I'm continuing to make, in my spirit, soul, mind, and body, with community, with location, with expression, and a lot more. So let me know if you have thought about being a digital nomad, if you are a digital nomad. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. What are you waiting for? Drop your thoughts on being a digital nomad in the comments. And if you're listening in on the show, leave a if you're listening in on the show, leave a review so I can shout you out and drop your Instagram handle and or your website. And as always, friends, remember, create, transform, and inspire. You are born to.